What's up, boys and girls? We're sitting down inside today, a few days in a row of it now. It's still raining outside. We actually had a couple nice days, but we had a lot of rain last week, so the rivers, most of the rivers in the North State are going to be big and dirty, probably for the next few days. The flows on the Lower Sac are a little bigger right now, up to 30,000, so that's big water. We're going to talk a little bit right now, just kind of our transition from winter steelhead fishing into trout fishing. It's early March, barely March 2nd, I guess. So we're going to slowly transition into our springtime trout fishing stuff, and that's coming down the pike. As soon as the flows calm down a little bit, the river clears up. In the next few days, we're going to be out on those trout pretty aggressively.
Yeah, the coolest part about the spring fishing is just we have a lot of bugs. We're chasing hatches a lot, and that makes the trout incredibly grabby. We experience some of our biggest days in the spring without the crowds and without the pressure of, October fishing.
Yeah, the bugs are a big part of our spring fishing, right? So we start seeing a lot of PMDs. As soon as the weather warms up a little bit more, we're going to see a lot of PMDs, those big creamy mayflies coming off, black caddis, there's March browns, there's stoneflies that are crawling around. There's a ton of bugs starting to move in the warmer weather, and the fish get really keyed into that, and they'll put on the blinders most days, and those bugs are moving around, and they'll chow with reckless abandon. So it can be, everyone always asks us what our favorite time of the year is. It's really hard to deny how good the fishing can be in the springtime, and the variety of it, right, Revis? I know you like fishing downriver a lot.
Yeah, we get to fish, all the way down to Red Bluff this time of year, even below there a little bit later in April and May. And what we experience down there is a lot less folks around. The average size fish isn't 17 inches like it is in town, but we're typically going to get a lot more of them. They're going to be on cool structure and shelves and drop-offs and rocks and swirls.
And it's scenic down there. A lot of our guests come up, they fish in Redding, and they've seen that, they've caught those big fish, but they like to mix it up and do a day downriver to get away from some of the crowds. It's certainly a lot quieter down there, not nearly the boat traffic. And it's scenic. The trees are turning green, everything's green and popping. April, May, even June, it's a really scenic part of the river to get down south of Redding and fish to some of those less pressured fish.
Yeah, it's a really good time to come up. One of the other really cool things is the weather patterns that we have. A lot of times in the springtime we're wearing sun shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. We have got a little bit more rain this year than we typically do. But here, that's going to all dry up shortly, and we're going to be getting sunburns here real quick. Yeah,
we're going to deal with some high water for the next few weeks, probably through March. But that's not something we shy away from. If the flows are 30,000 or less and the river's green, we're on it and we're fishing. A lot of people ask, well, the river looks big, should we fish? Absolutely. I mean, truth of the matter is that we have some of our best days in that big water. It'll concentrate some of the bigger fish. We'll do long floats, you'll cover a lot of water. You're not really going to back up and do real short floats like you might on low water years. So it's really cool. It's a little more dynamic. You're kind of fast paced going down, fishing the soft edges, and it can really concentrate some of the bigger fish. In the springtime, the fish are hot, and you're going to hit fish and they'll get in heavy water, and you'll see backing a couple times a day on some of these bigger fish. So that mixed with the bugs and the fishing in the spring, is excellent. It has the potential to be really, really good. And we're looking forward to that. We've been fishing steelhead for the last 3 months and being out there in the rain and cold and wind, and the sun's going to start coming out, and we really get fired up for this time of the year. Little bugs, back to 6 weights, and some of the best, coolest trout fishing the West really has. So we're pretty excited for that transition.
It's a really awesome time to come up here. It's certainly my favorite time of the year to be fishing.